just made a video about how if you really love yourself and you love, wow, that is really loud. If you really love yourself and you love those around you, that it's a very good idea to become a generalist and learn how to meet your own basic needs so that you're not so susceptible and vulnerable to predation. Because when you don't know how, in this world, when you don't know how to meet your basic needs, it means you have to earn enough money to be able to pay for the services that are goods to have those needs met. And that's the situation most of us find ourselves in this world, is having to constantly be focused on earning money. Because without money, we're going to die because we don't know how to meet our basic needs. And when that is the situation, unfortunately, when you find yourself in crisis or having a really hard time, what I have found is that when you look to the people around you for support and guidance and love, most people don't have the time or the know-how, because they've spent all of their time chasing after money or becoming an expert or going to a job, and they forgot how to human, and but hey, and they don't have time to human, but hey, they got plenty of money in the bank, so they can pay for you to go see a doctor, or they can buy you a new outfit, or they can take you out. They can spend money on you. What I'm saying is, we need each other. We need other humans. We need time. We need attention. We need love above all else. And when you become a slave to the system, when you drink the Kool-Aid and you decide to become an expert and you decide you're not going to take responsibility for understanding the interconnectedness of all life, and you're not going to bother with understanding how to meet your own basic needs, you become part of this machine that is eating us all alive. And it will eventually come and it will eat you when you're at your most vulnerable. That's the way it works. And I got eaten up. I was in the belly of the beast. Now, it spit me out. I surrendered and I gave my life to God and Jesus Christ, Christ consciousness, Christ. Okay. It saved me from it. It brought me to a greater level of awareness and understanding, and that's why I'm making this video and videos like this, where I'm sharing my newfound understanding and perspective. Is that we need each other, but you can't be there for another unless you are first there for yourself. You got to know yourself, and you've got to understand how you are part of everything. You got to understand how all of life, every living thing, is connected. And if you're not willing to do the work to find that understanding, then you will pay the price for that. And the price will be that you will be lacking in your own humanity, and then when you need others, you will find yourself surrounded by people who are also lacking in humanity, simply because they've not paid it mind and attention. They've given their time and their attention and their energy and their life force to the system, which is making slaves out of us, and is making us weak, vulnerable sheep that don't know how to take care of ourselves. But hey, we got money in the bank, and when your friend falls on hard times, you can pay for them to go to a doctor. You can buy them a bottle of wine. You can take them on a shopping spree, but you really don't know how to provide emotional support. You can't give them advice on diet or exercise that might help their mental state. You can't even do that for yourself because you just go to a doctor and you get a pill. You see what I'm saying? I'm speaking from personal experience where I had, at 40, all of my shit came up. I had a mental breakdown, and I was telling the people around me, I understood what I needed. I was saying, I can't be alone. I'm scared to be alone. I need time to heal. I need to feel supported. And I was met with, look, I got to go to work. I got to go to school. I've got kids to raise. I've got work to do. Like, also, you're 40. Like, get your shit together. Like, this is ridiculous. But look, do you want to go see a psychiatrist? I'll give you $200 right now. Tell me what the appointment costs. Okay. This is what I found over and over and over again. Was, see this doctor, take this pill, get your shit together. You're a grown woman. Because I was surrounded by people who were chasing after money. That's what it boiled down to. And I was saying, I need people. I need time. I need someone to hold me. I need to be held. Please hold me. Please. I need a hug. Can you sit with me? I'm scared. I knew all of this. But I was met time and time again with almost like disgust from people. Like, wow, you're so weak and needy. That was the general flavor that even by doctors and nurses. And this is real. This is true, guys. And I don't think that my experience is uncommon. I think we've become more and more desensitized to people's emotional needs. Because we've constantly, our own feelings are constantly invalidated. And we've been taught that if you have money, you don't need anything else. And that money can buy you anything. And it's a lie. It's all a fucking lie. And there is a connection here between not meeting your own needs, not taking responsibility for understanding the interconnectedness of all. Because that's part of what it is to be human. Because we are part of it all. And when you buy into this lie that you don't need to interact with and understand and be a part of it all if you have money, well, then you forget how to do it. You forget your role. You forget the proper way to interact with this life and with other humans. And you become obsolete. There's robots now that are pretending to be human and pretending to be intelligent. And we're being told that humans are obsolete. It's all connected. We actually don't even understand. We're confused about what it is to be human. Or like what that looks like or feels like anymore. And it's all related to a great forgetting. Our knowledge, our wisdom, our information has been taken away from us. And we have been made slaves to money. We all fall on hard times. We all need each other. So if you keep participating in this lie and you keep walking further and further away from your humanity when you need other humans, chances are you're going to find yourself surrounded by a lot of people who don't know how to be human. I've been laughed at. I've been shamed. I've been psychologically abused in hospitals where people were supposed to be helping me. I've been shamed by my family. I was shamed by people who I thought were friends. And I think a lot of it had to do with when they were seeing me in that state, it scared them knowing that it could be them. And it brought up feelings of uncomfortability and terror around the fact that we are all so vulnerable in the way that we are doing things. Okay? I think it triggered people to see me so vulnerable, knowing it could be them. and they needed to convince themselves that no, that's not true. This person is in this situation because there's some flaw in them. And then that allowed them to judge me and push me away or just throw money at me rather than showing up as a human. It was a way to excuse them putting their attention and time on material things and money and selfishness, really. And I'm not saying that I've not ever been selfish or that like part of my ending up in that situation was probably a result of living in a selfish way and participating in this materialistic, shallow system. It's all. This is what I'm saying. It's just kind of like a warning from a person who has been inside the belly of the beast. We're all feeding this beast constantly, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually it will come for you. And it comes for you when you're weak. Look what we do to our elderly people who are so vulnerable. When they stop stimulating the economy, when they stop being able to earn and spend money on a regular basis in a way that we deem acceptable or enough, we throw them away in some healthcare facility that is, these places are full of predators and psychopaths and sociopaths that are looking for weak, vulnerable people to feed upon. That's what we do with our elderly. And we send our children to daycare or to nannies to be raised by other people so that we can pursue a career or a profession, so we can earn money, so we can pay for their college, so they can become an expert, and then they can go to work every day and not raise their kid, and then not be there for their parents. When their parents get old, they can pay for the facility that they throw them away. If we have money, we don't need to be human. Well, guess what? You're going to want other humans when you are the one who is sick or vulnerable or needy in some way. And the way that you embrace your humanity is understanding that you're part of every living thing. You're a part of the system. And money is something that was made by man. It's not natural. It's not organic. And therefore, it's not ever going to take the place of what it is we need, which is life, which is love, which is each other. So, in order to engage with life and love and each other fully, truly, organically, in the way that was intended, we need to understand how it all works, and we need to participate in as much of it as possible. In other words, be a generalist, because if not, I promise, if you are a generalist, your life will be fuller and richer, and you will be stronger and healthier and less afraid. You'll operate less out of fear because you will be more likely to catch on when someone's filling you full of shit or trying to manipulate you or pull one over on you because, oh, I've read about that, or I've studied that, or I've actually done that, and I know you're lying to me right now. Like, that's the power in being a generalist, is that you're less susceptible to being preyed upon, and you're also, and that also frees you up to be more present and connected to other humans. It's part of being human. And I know this is like, wow, it's probably all over the place, but like, this has been my experience, guys. What is real is our connection to each other and to this world. Money can't replace that. A profession can't replace that. Expertise can't replace that, and often it gets in the way of that. So be a generalist.